Mike, they didn't talk Fantastic Four there, so we're going to jump into it first. And Kevin Feige confirmed Fantastic Four will be shot entirely in IMAX format, which is cool. That's a great announcement for this movie, to be done in IMAX and have the format all the way. There will be no... there will probably be scenes where it jumps back and forth between frame rates, but to film it all in IMAX, it's going to be a different experience overall, right? I think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if anything, that's more of a signal to the audience and just Hollywood in general that, like, this is a big deal. We need to remind people that when Marvel movies come out, they are supposed to be very big deals. So this is cool. I don't necessarily need a Marvel movie shot entirely in IMAX, but this is a good signifier to be like, hey, don't forget that we make awesome stuff that you want to see on the biggest screen.
And that's a partnership with IMAX as well to do that. So that's even, I think, a bigger sign, right? They're not retrofitting it to IMAX. They don't have a couple IMAX scenes. They're working with IMAX to secure those release dates and get these in the theaters early on that have IMAX. I will probably not watch this in IMAX because the theater that has IMAX is the, pardon my French, shittiest theater in town. They've not updated their seats. They've not done anything, and I just hate it. So
yeah, that really is a bummer. Like, if you want to indulge in IMAX, it's very specific to your region, like what is closest to you. I mean, I'm not trying to complain. I live in Los Angeles, so I have access to some pretty decent IMAX screens, but like it's either like a hassle to get to them. Like, the most convenient theater is always the one closest to you, right? So, and the closest IMAX to me, like, that's where I saw Avatar: Way of Water, and like there is absolutely no way to get out of your seat once the movie starts going. Like, everyone to the left or right of you has to stand up in order for you to go use the restroom. Yeah. So I'm not exactly like running to go see things in IMAX just due to the convenience factor. So
on that asterisk, though, if you happen to be pausing your Amazon Prime app and switch back over to your Disney Plus app, you can at least turn on IMAX at home to get that full frame, so you don't have black bars, which I think is cool. That's where I'm really into.
I gotta borrow somebody's Apple Vision Pro, and then I can really take in the aspect ratio.
Oh, Jesus, no! Don't do that. Don't do any of that stuff. Just use it on your Disney Plus app. Just turn it on IMAX or select the IMAX versions. And Mike, you know me. I keep a library of movies myself that I can access, and I actually have an IMAX library that I don't share with anybody else because they're in 4K versions. So I do keep the IMAX versions because I think it's cool to take up the whole screen when you have that. Also in the Fantastic Four, there's a rumor from scoopers out there that Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue, will have a connection to Galactus in this movie. And we've already talked about possibly being an alternate universe, right, with the artwork last week and the Shia LaBeouf Fantastic Four. Earth X was where Franklin Richards actually became Galactus in the future of that universe. Now, I don't think it's going to be Earth X exactly. They may be pulling some inspiration, which is great. But in the Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run in the Marvel 616, probably 15 years ago now, there was a version of Franklin Richards who came back from the future, who came back to this timeline, and he is powerful enough to actually have Galactus be his herald instead of the other way around, which is an interesting spec where you can just control a Galactus at your whim. Kind of thing. So I'm interested to see how they do this. Again, these are all rumors. We don't know anything. They're excited to get it filming, but I'm glad they're kind of, again, taking the snow globe of Fantastic Four. We've seen Galactus, we've seen Doctor Doom, we've seen the Fantastic Four. Shake it up a bit, give us something different before, you have your big team ups in Secret Wars along the way. So I'm cool with it. I'm really excited. I can also not recommend Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run enough if you want to have some good solid Fantastic Four comic books in your life. So check those out. CinemaCon 2024, one of the